Welcome back, we're going octopus.
Hey guys!
Welcome.
It's Light Shift once
Whoa.
again. Oh, we broke it. Oh no.
Close?
What happened?
Don't worry about it. Skip that.
Okay, it recovered.
We're back.
Launch Octopus! Okay. That's the worst name of all of them.
No. He's so cool.
Oh, it's in water! That's fun.
Yeah, the entire level is in water. I like how they handle the beach a lot. It
This
looks
is
so
fun.
cool.
Oh, it's like a water skimmer. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't that kind of fancy?
It would probably be too heavy to do that.
What do you mean? He's a robot.
It's a robot. They're heavy.
He has super robot
Oh no,
powers.
don't fall.
I almost fell into the spikes.
Why can't we swim?
Because we're made of metal.
Why did that thing float?
Because he's a robot designed to float.
Okay. Maybe he's made of foam.
Maybe he's made of robots.
That's the thing, like, robots don't necessarily have to be made of metal. We think of them being made of metal, but you could make a robot out of plastic.
In fact, I would say that's probably the best, is to make it out of something sturdy that is not metal.
Yeah. So it's not so heavy.
Yeah.
And it definitely wouldn't be like iron. It would be like aluminum.
Yeah.
And various other things which are thin and light, but apparently we just want everything to have like exposed gears and bolts and stuff.
Yeah, because it'll look so cool and steampunk-esque.
So back to Fury Road, because we promised. Oh no, you got swallowed by a thing!
It's
oh my
okay,
god!
I like these guys because then you can kill them from the inside. Look, I'm charging up. Boo!
Boo, boo.
Oh wait, he did a lot of damage to me. Actually, I'm dumb.
Yeah, don't be eaten. That's a bad idea.
I'm just gonna.
Stop! Why are you doing this?
Sorry, I'm just trying to kill him. Back to Fury Road though.
Oh no, you did it again!
Back to here. I'm just gonna use one of my sub T's. Whoops, messed it up. How do I?
Do a thing better.
Oh, that's how. Okay.
There you go.
So I used those. Give me full health back.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, back to Fury Road because that is a phenomenal film.
Like, I liked Jurassic World a lot, but like, it was just kind of like, guys, we had velociraptors and then a guy rode behind them on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Which was pretty cool. I liked that. And then they were like, look, a guy wore a Jurassic Park t-shirt.
How ironic. How meta.
How meta, but it's like the Jurassic Park actually happened, but no one learned from the
It was
mistakes.
a tragedy. Let's mock this tragedy that happened years ago.
Yeah, because that would actually be like really traumatizing.
And offensive.
I don't know if I know they said that the first movie happened, but like I'm pretty sure in the third one, like literally like New York gets attacked.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would anyone actually go to this place? I would be like, it's really cool that you can see real life dinosaurs, but at the same time, I don't want to be eaten by
On the
real life.
same note,
I don't
there
wanna
are
be
flaws.
Being eaten alive is kind of my worst fear.
Really?
Yeah.
You would say that's your worst fear?
I think it's the most likely way that I will die.
Why? Why would you say that that is the most likely?
I just feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Just that's how mortality will reach you.
Yeah, like other people. Well, actually, it's kind of like my worst fear, but also my dream.
Is to be eaten. What? It's my worst fear, but also like it wouldn't be that bad.
It would be really cool. I mean, like everybody else goes out in kind of like an awful way, but like this, it would be horrible and painful. But you could like put it on your tombstone, like eaten alive.
Caroline was eaten alive.
Second only to stabbed in the back by glowing space sword.
Ah, if only I could have the great death of Hollywood superstar Han Solo. Because Han Solo was the actor's name.
Yes. Exactly. That's what everyone wants in life. Like, literally, get stabbed by your son with a glowing space sword.
Pretty much. Oh, sorry for the spoilers, Star Wars fans.
Oh, guys, sorry.
But if you haven't seen Force Awakens by now, that's kind of on you. I'm
Yeah.
not actually that sorry.
So that's another thing. I think fans of the 80s would really like that. Except that there were some people who complained about it, and that it wasn't really an original plot.
What, A New Hope?
Force Awakens.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Because it's kind of the same plot.
As A New Hope. Yeah. But you know what? I would say it's actually fairly different.
But see, I just watched A New Hope, actually.
Yeah?
And, well, I think it's a good enough movie. As a child of not the 80s, I recognize that the special effects are not super great.
Really?
They're not great. And I feel like it's a movie where the special effects have to be good because, I mean, it's about people fighting
in space,
and the plot is kind of just the typical hero's journey, and it's not that rich in, you know, character development and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it needs to rely upon that.
Yeah.
And while it was really good at the time, I think even though the fight choreography was bad.
Of A New Hope, it was awful.
It was really bad. So they have these lightsabers, which is a super cool concept.
Yeah, that's a lot of what sold Star Wars, I think.
It was
like
just
the thought of like
idea of it was really cool.
Yeah.
But they have these lightsabers, and they're kind of just like,
yeah. You know, I actually have a theory about the A New Hope lightsabers. And my theory is that when originally conceptualized, the lightsabers were just supposed to be swords of light. Like, literally just swords. None of, like, the burning business.
Right.
Because if you think back to it, there's the scene in the pub, or whatever, where Luke is getting into a fight with Ugly Guy. And Obi-Wan cuts that guy's arm off.
Or it doesn't sizzle.
He bleeds profusely.
Right. Whereas later it's like it cauterizes the room because it's really hot. I think you're right. They kind of just wanted them to have swords, but they were like, it's the space, so they glow.
Yeah, exactly. But then, like, they were in the prequels.
But then people were like, but they have blunt edges.
Yeah, and they're made of light.
Cut?
So how do they cut things exactly? And then it's like, oh, I see. They're fire swords. Fuck, this
they're
guy
like
is actually
made of plasma.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think Force Awakens really capitalized on. I mean, it was so cool when it was in the snow.
Yeah, oh my god, dude, that final fight scene was sick.
That was so cool. I was like, I don't care, because there's like, and the acting I felt was better, because they had a bigger budget, they got better actors.
Better than Harrison Ford? I think that they were trying to hearken to the nostalgia people, and also to kind of bring something a little fresher, and bring the feeling of Star Wars back, which I think they needed because...
Right.
Imagine if they had gone for something more experimental, and then people hadn't liked it, and then they would have just been like, it's the sequels all over again.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Which...
So I think people were disappointed with it, and that it didn't seem original. But at the same time, I felt like it was a good film to start a reboot with.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, no, that's exactly how I feel about it.
So I think it was a good play.
I think it was definitely the best play that they could have made.
And I enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable film.
Definitely.
It was not, for example, Whiplash.
Is Whiplash really good?
Whiplash is so good.
What is Whiplash?
So Whiplash is very different. It's not a blockbuster. It's an indie film about a kid trying to play the drums and about tortured artists and stuff.
Okay.
That was a film that I really enjoyed. I thought it was great. It was great acting. It was great character development. It was a pretty perfect movie in terms of like actual like meaning and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's the same as that, but it's not trying to be that. It was fun, and I was excited, and people cheered in the movie theater.
Because it was a good movie?
Well, no, so you know, spoilers, guys, the scene where Rey is like, ooh, and then like uses the telekinesis to get the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone cheered!
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about Whiplash.
Right, Whiplash.
And I was like, what?
Sorry, Whiplash I watched at home, so there was no...
Yeah, that was really sick.
But my dad and I were like, that was a great movie. Whereas this was like, it was kind of fun. It was kind of like, it almost had a sporting event feel to
Yeah,
it.
I would say that's accurate. People were like genuinely rooting for things going on screen.
Which doesn't usually happen with films.
Yes.
And so in that way, I think it was better than Jurassic World. Because Jurassic World, I was enjoying it. I was like, cool, everyone gets eaten by dinosaurs.
Whoa, sweet.
Yeah. But then it was also, you know that one scene where where the lady gets passed between all the pterodactyls for like 10 minutes?
Yes.
That was like kind of gratuitous. I was laughing through it. It became comical to me.
Because of how just raptors.
Yeah, it was just absurd.
Oh, before we continue with this, I think it's about time to start a new episode.
Okay,
so,
sorry guys, going over time.
Sorry, our bad. Pay us overtime. We're working the night shift.
Yeah.
How clever!
We're not allowed to take overtime, so we gotta call it.
Yeah, so we're gonna call it so that we make the most money that we possibly can.
With the most minimal effort.
Because YouTube is our job.
It's a real career, Mom.
It's a real career, Mom. See you guys next time on the night shift.
Adios.